Colton.
Oh, hey, Matthew.
Hey, what are you doing here?
I'm just protesting this TEDx talk.
Wow, I'm actually here promoting Anarchy. That's such a coincidence.
I'm protesting this TEDx talk because this is an exclusive and elitist space.
Yeah.
Selective in who they welcome here, and they exclude way too many other people.
Yes, Colton, we should make all spaces as inclusive as possible. We need to abolish all unjust hierarchies.
Anarchy! 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 Anarchy!
Well, we should probably tell them why we're here, though, at least what anarchy's about.
Okay,
Yeah. Would you like to sit down?
Yeah, sure.
Cool, there's this conveniently placed bench here. That's pretty great. Yeah, wow.
I'm pretty thirsty. I want some water. Do you remember, Matthew, when we met, you offered me some water?
Yeah, I offered you water as a daily worker at the Writing Center.
Yeah, we met here at university,
Yeah.
in between classes. I'm certain that we met actually in this very building. We bonded over our love of philosophy.
And feminism.
And anarchy!
Yeah, anarchy! Anarchy!
Wait, you were gonna tell them about it.
Yeah, we probably should.
Okay, they did pay to be here.
They did pay to be here.
Okay, so principles of anarchy, Matthew, what are they?
Yeah, anarchy is a horizontal form of social organization based on participatory democracy and direct control of your lives.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? That is such a great question. Well, to understand what that means, first we have to know what a hierarchy is. A hierarchy is a vertical form of organization where one person or a group of people have power over others. An anarchist would seek to erase that class division so that power is distributed on equitable lines.
And what do those words mean?
Thank you, Colton.
No, what does that actually look like though, on a societal level?
On a societal level, so let's look at the class division between landlords and tenants, right? So landlords can evict people at a moment's notice, they can raise the rent at a moment's notice, and they have the power to make people homeless. That seems like a pretty unnecessary class division that could be resolved if communities had control over housing rather than a single individual.
So what, just abolish landlords?
Yeah.
That's pretty radical of you, Matthew. What's next, abolish the police?
No, but we should be at least examining the ways that the police have undue control over society and have the potential to inflict violence on others without repercussion.
That makes sense, but how can we help or aid in any way? What can any of us do?
Wow. So the cool thing about anarchy is that it's participatory and it's a system of mutual aid. And mutual aid is distinct from charity in that it's community organized and it's not a rich person giving their measly crumbs to the peasants, right? It's about actually building actions and organizations within your own community. Food Not Bombs is a really good example of this. Food Not Bombs they help give people food. to put it lightly, they repurpose vegan and vegetarian foods that would otherwise be wasted, and they organize these within their community, these chapters within their community.
Okay, so what else though? I mean, we can volunteer and give our time, but how else does that look like on a societal level?
Well, Colton, I think if we think of anarchy as an everyday practice, we could think to make spaces as horizontal as possible in our everyday lives. What about you, Colton? How do you think about anarchy?
Well, everything you said, Matthew, is pretty lofty, and a lot of it went over my head. I don't think of things in that way. I don't think on such a societal level. I think I practice anarchy, and what I get out of it in my everyday life is what I'm passionate about, being my relationships with other people. So first of all, how I'm even connected to people. My cell phone is 6 years old, and I really need another one, but I don't want to get another one because I hate planned obsolescence.
What is planned obsolescence, Colton?
Thank you, Matthew, for that brilliant setup. I'll tell you what planned obsolescence is. It's a wasteful capitalist practice in which products are manufactured so that they intentionally eventually break down. It's the whole idea behind always needing the new iPhone. It's pretty manipulative. If Thomas Edison were alive today, he could tell you that light bulbs could last way longer than they do now. I try not to fall into that trap since it's so manipulative.
Yes, Colton. It's a very wasteful capitalist practice to manufacture light bulbs to go bad too quick. That's not good. And if we didn't have the profit motive, maybe we could actually create things that last longer.
Getting back to my relationships.
Yes. Yes.
I try to ensure that there's equal power in my everyday relationships so that we make informed, consensual decisions. Anarchy, to me, is all about consent, collaboration, and autonomy. And as you know, Matthew, I'm non-binary, so I definitely don't think that males should always pay for females on dates, because that's an arbitrary way to decide it. But it also perpetuates uneven power dynamics. And I'm sure that I'm just as anti-sexist. I'm sure that I'm just as anti-sexist and anti-patriarchal as you, Matthew, because such socially constructed practices like chivalry just perpetuate those uneven power dynamics.
That's so non-dominative and horizontal of you to think like that.
Thank you, Matthew, for that application. So I'm also polyamorous, and polyamory is a relationship style in which one can have multiple partners with the knowledge and consent of all parties involved. I don't think that one can have all of their desires met by a single individual, so I promote people's autonomy by thinking that they should be with whoever they want, consensually, as long as there's no harm nor coercion.
Yeah, those are really good points, Colton.
Yeah, Matthew, you know that that might be pretty romantic of me, but it's not, because I don't even participate in the modern rules of social courtship, because, as you know, I don't even go on dates. I just spend time with people.
That's really profound, Colton. You're touching my heart.
Thank you, Matthew. As you know, autonomy means a lot to me, being a person's desire to do whatever they want. I value that. I value people. I care about people a lot. My friends are incredibly important to me. Blanche from A Streetcar Named Desire said that she had always depended on the kindness of strangers, and so have I, Matthew. I truly believe that we all matter. I love you, Matthew.
I love you, Colton. So I think our supervisors want us to give a call to action.
Oh, yeah, we structured the format of this. I forgot. Well, okay, I was protesting this TEDx talk. It's an exclusive and elitist space. I mean, Matthew, people had to pay to come and be here just to watch us be Socratic. That's... That is one barrier of entry right there, and I know that a video of us is eventually going to go up, but it's not the same as actually being here. And not everyone will have that video, right? Because not everyone has internet access or technological devices. And plus, we're speaking English, so that leaves out so many other people as well. And I know the video might have captions, and I might be too hard on myself, but I just think that we should think more often in our everyday lives about access and who's welcome in a certain space and who's excluded.
Yep. I totally agree, Colton. And the cool thing about Anarchy is that if you notice a space is not welcoming or is not inclusive, it's everyone's job to make those spaces more inclusive and more accessible. It's everyone's job to prefigure a world that we want to live in. And we don't have to wait for the revolution to start to make the world better. We can start now.
That's about our time.
Yeah, it's about our time.
We should probably go.
Yeah, we love you, the audience. We're going to leave these here for you.
Anarchy!